Charles Foster Kane, alone in his estate, is dying, and his last words are Rosebud. Because Kane was such a public figure, a newspaper sends out a journalist to find out what the words Rosebud mean. In his task to find the meaning of Rosebud, he meets with 4 of Kane's associates and learns a lot about Kane's past. Obviously, this film is widely considered to be the greatest movie of all time, and there's good reason. First of all, the structure of the film is brilliant. We start by showing the public image of Charles Foster Kane. The newsreel shows us his accomplishments, his failures, his excess, and we see all of what he has shown himself to the public. And this is a crazy choice. They tell us pretty much the whole story right up front in 3 minutes. But it works because now we're so intrigued by this massive and polarizing figure. He now has the same importance to us that he does to the journalist investigating him. The journalist then interviews 4 people, each of whom reveals something new about Charles Foster Kane. And they not only give us a new perspective on the events, but they also give us a new look into the humanity of Charles Foster Kane. And as a character, as a real human being, Kane is very distant. He doesn't let people in to what he's feeling emotionally. And being able to empathize with this man as we progress through the story is an amazing feeling. But at the same time, we have this hourglass into a period of time where the American culture failed at certain points and succeeded at others. In one of the earlier scenes, we see Kane as a child being sent away by his parents so that he'll have money and be prosperous. Those parents decided that what was best for their son was wealth and not being raised by parents who love him. And this idea comes up again and again that wealth is what's important, that wealth is what makes you rise higher, that wealth is what makes you great. All the time in this movie, we see people swat off emotion like it's nothing. They just live their lives and they want the wealth. It's all about the money. There's one guy who takes a bribe from the journalist investigating Kane, and we realize there's no loyalty in this world. And Kane is never doing anything but spending money, trying to get people to like him. He has a different idea. Maybe in some way he's rebelling against this ideal of money. And the movie just has so much to say about the nature of people and of politics and of the world in general. The directing choices in this movie are revolutionary. The manner in which Orson Welles uses camera angles to tell his story, to establish a mood, is something that had really never been done to this level. And if you're into film, you can see the influence that this movie had on movies in the future. There are techniques in this movie that I see used in movies by Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese, Paul Thomas Anderson. This is a massively influential film. And for good reason, because Orson Welles uses some brilliant techniques here. Whether it's editing techniques where he'll cut 2 scenes together in a way where they connect in a way you wouldn't think so, or he uses these crossfades gorgeously. Or he'll use cinematography choices like using low-angle shots to make Kane seem like this massive figure. Or his brilliant use of depth of field that evokes a certain mood that you just don't get on a page of a script. As well as his excellent use of lighting. There are just so many techniques that are born right at this movie, and this movie does them all perfectly. It's incredible. This is a film that ushered in a new way to tell a story. It told filmmakers that you can convey something just by placing the camera somewhere else. It's so massively important to the way that movies are made today. And at the same time, it's this beautifully told story about this very complex man. There are so many moments in this movie where I just got excited and I thought to myself, this is why I love movies. This is hailed as the greatest movie of all time for a very good reason, and if you are a film lover, this is absolutely one you should see. Citizen Kane, of course, gets an A+. So this review marks my 200th review on YouTube, and I want to say thanks to everyone who's been so supportive and so complimentary. It really does mean a lot to me that there are people out there who enjoy these videos. So thank you.